We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem? We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back from that short break. In case you're just tuning in or joining us wherever you're watching from, this is a Global Morning Weekend Edition. Today is Sunday and the 26th of October 2025. Yes, I hope you enjoyed every bit of the previous segment so far. Yes, me and Ubon, the segment we brought to you. Hope you enjoyed it. If yes, then thumbs up. And women, we celebrate you. And the next topic, onto the next segment of the program, we'll be talking about Nigerian's democracy, building a viable nation, the challenges so far, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the history so far. And I won't be doing this alone. I will have a guest which will do this together with him, where he's going to tell us the way forward. And before then, let's just take a bit, let's take a dive into the topic a bit before we bring up our guest to talk about it. The historical background of Nigerians' democracy. Nigerians' political evolution can be divided into three major republics. The First Republic, which was from the 1963 to 1966, and then the Second Republic from 1979 to 1983, and then we have the Third Republic, which is 1992 to 1993, the Fourth Republic, 1999 to this present day. Yes, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back, and then we'll have our guest talk to us about this topic. Don't go nowhere.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem? We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem? We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
All right, welcome back from that short break. Before we went on that break, we said we're going to talk about building democracy, viable nation. And I said I'm not going to do this alone. I'm doing this together with my guest. And here we are. The guest is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, please, can you quickly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay, my name is Architect Abubakar Bamna, member representing Niger State House of Assembly, also local government constituency.
Welcome back to that program. Welcome to the program, rather.
Thank you.
All right, talking about democracy in our country, Nigeria. Yes, from 19 to this very moment. What do you have to say about it? The journey so far.
First and foremost, there's of democracy. There's always the average saying that the worst democratic government is better than the best military regime. Of course, one will want to celebrate Nigeria for upholding democracy from 1999 till today. It's definitely a thing that, of course, have come with a lot of challenges, but of course, we should know that Rome was not built in a day, and definitely we're trying to see that subsequent improvements are being made, and then adjustments are being done where necessary. So by and large, one will say that we have done well, we have fared well. When I mean fare well, I'm not in any way saying that Nigerians have been able to get that dividend of democracy, but for stabilizing and upholding democracy, I think is one good thing that every Nigerian should celebrate.
All right, so how can we improve our democracy and system in Nigeria?
Yes, through so many ways. You have heard of the very famous constitutional amendment, or some are even saying outright rewriting of the Nigerian constitutions, and then so many school of thought have believed that, of course, there are quite pockets of things that needs to be amended in the constitution. Like every other, even in the developed countries, there is no perfect constitution. What matters most is this goes. It's dynamic. It goes in where necessary, and then as you grow, you forget or other things that you have to add. So, in the context of Nigeria, one will say that best way to improve the democratic setting is to revisit those constitutional lacunas that are very, very glaring, that once they are amended or even changed, we definitely strengthen our democratic system. And then so many other parameters could be adopted. And so along, but basically, the major thing lies in the constitution, because for every country, that is what you use to govern the people.
All right, talking about governing the people, has democracy in Nigeria met expectations of average citizens?
Well, if you ask me, I will say yes. But of course, you as a journalist as well, if you go to the streets, different people with different opinion. You see, number one thing, even though relatively, we can't say today Nigeria is relatively peaceful, but of course, freedom of expression is one thing that you cannot take it away from Nigerians as I speak with you. Everybody has his right to speak. Everybody does what is expected of him to do. So having that freedom of speech, freedom of oppression, is one thing you can't take away from Nigeria. Now, when you talk of relative peace, yes, there are pockets of states in Nigeria that today they've been taken over by the insurgents. So, like I said, if you ask for me, celebrating that freedom of speech is something, and the freedom of doing whatever, it's another thing that, but of course, like I said, in its entirety, development doesn't just come in all ramification. You know, like I've just told you, that when you ask today in Nigeria, somebody or averagely, you and I know that relatively it is not relatively peaceful. But of course, in other areas, you can still see the government, every arm of government is operating independently. So these are things that no matter what, we cannot take it away from us as one major aspect that we should celebrate as far as Nigerian context is concerned.
All right, talking about the arms of government, talking about what you just said now, many argue that weak institutions have crippled Nigerians and democracy process. How can we strengthen this?
Please come again.
Many argue that weak institutions have crippled Nigerians' democratic process. How can we strengthen this?
Well, you see, yes, you can't take away people's perception from reality. Let me give you an example of perhaps you could have had people saying the National Assembly is not doing this, is not doing X, Y, Z. But in my own personal opinion, it's we have 36 states. We have plus this federal capital, and then we have in both the national, in both the Senate and the Federal House of Representatives, each state, you know, for the Senate, each state have 3 representatives of the senators, and then depending on the federal constituencies of each state as well, they have members of the House of Representatives. It then means that if today we sit down and say the National Assembly perhaps are not doing good, or they are not doing the right thing, it means that we are all culpable of all this, because who voted in these people? They didn't just come from the moon. They all came from various states, and then they are the representative of the people. So definitely whatever they will be doing, as far as the law is concerned, they are representing the people. So if they in any way are not doing the right thing, it then means that, God forgive me, Nigerians are actually not doing the right thing. So what I'm trying to say here is, I believe in dynamism. I believe in effective corrections where the need arose. But for you to sit down and say completely these institutions are perhaps not working, I will disagree. But if we say we are to strengthen them, yes, I agree. And the only way to strengthen them is it has to still go back to the grassroots. You must bring in people that are very, very competent. You must bring in those people who have a good pedigree, who will be able to represent you adequately at the national space. So, if you're talking of strengthening them, it's same people that will have to determine that.
All right, so talking about determination, how can we ensure that democracy delivers peace, not just periodic elections?
Yes, all these are constitutional matters as far as I'm concerned. If the Nigerian Constitution have said that you as a governor, you have to spend 4 years, you as a lawmaker have to spend 4 years, and then if the Nigerian Constitution have said that you as a lawmaker, this is what is expected of you, we must be seen working within the constitutional provisions. Where we begin to go contrary or astray is if at any point in time you do anything that is very, very contrary to the Nigerian Constitution. That is where issues arose. But if, as far as I'm concerned, whatever you do, whatever you act within the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will not have problem. Of course, like I said, that Constitution is equally subject to amendment, subject to improvement, like every other Constitution of any country. So Nigeria is not exceptional.
All right, talking about amendment, talking about every other thing that Nigerian has to do. Yes, let's go back to the grassroots level. You as a serving member of the Nadi State House of Assembly, representing the good people of Boso local government, what have you done so far to touch the lives of the people or some of the people you are representing at the state level?
Well, before I go into that, I will be very quick to let the viewers understand the function of a legislature. You know, basically, a legislature is saddled. Yes, of course, he's a leader in his own way, but of course, it's very, very important that we equally know the basic constitutional duties of a lawmaker, of a legislature. And by that definition, he is supposed to make laws for his state and then the local government at large, and then he is supposed to oversight the appropriations that has been approved by the assembly. By appropriation here, I means the budget. Whatever you have budgeted for and then you have sent for assent, as a lawmaker, it is your duty to oversight the legislature to see how those budgetary provisions are being implemented. And so, of course, in the National Assembly context, where you have a provision for a constituency project allowance, and then you are supposed to execute or perhaps monitor, as the case may be, how these funds are being appropriated to you to do. So let's take my context as that lawmaker. You know, we've been able to bring in bills that motions that have a direct impact to our people, and then we've been able to equally oversight those standing committees that we belong, and by such doing, you will be doing the check and balancing between the executive and the legislature. And then by extension, we've been able to add our own efforts in developmental projects, like scholarships, like empowerment. Just almost a year ago, I had a course to distribute over 100 POS to my constituents, and then with capital, and then so many things to start such business with. As I speak with you, I have a regular scholarship of over 20 students in various health institutions where they are reading some of these basic health courses, community development base, because you are downtrodden, so you need to get those people who will mom some of these small basic healthcare facilities that are available in the local environment.
All right, thank you very much for that. What kind of democratic culture do we need to build a truly viable Nigeria?
Well, I do not understand that question when you mean by democratic culture. Yeah. But in my mind, basically, like I always say, the best or the worst democratic government is better than the best military regime, because This is a regime where you have flexibility of doing whatever. There's nothing that is as fantastic as freedom of expression. Upholding democracy is the best thing that we should be thinking as a country.
So where do you see Nigerian democracy in the next 25 years?
Yeah, definitely. I see it as by the special grace of God, we're going to be very, very superb if we are more serious-minded. When I mean serious-minded, when we are most focused in bringing in reputable people to man various democratic institutions like the Senate, the Federal House of Representatives, the respective state assemblies, the respective local government councillors, and then the local government chairman, and then even the governors, and then all other political office holders.
Talking about political office holders, how can ordinary citizens hold leaders accountable?
Well, I have just told you that everything you see today in Nigeria is a product of the ordinary man. The president himself is a product of the ordinary man. The senators you have are product of ordinary man. The governors you have are product of the ordinary man. So once the ordinary man determines that sincerely, religiously, without prejudice, that I want Mr. XYZ to man a particular office, all we need to do is to come out and determined to vote in people of our respective choices. So it means that the man who parades himself as a minister, the man who parades himself as a senator, as a house of rep, as a governor, is directly a product of the masses. So we, the downtrodden, the masses have to be very, very, very meticulous in bringing in leaders that they themselves can rely on, they themselves can understand that these are people that we have brought in to bring in developmental stride for us. So it still lies in the hands of the masses. So it means that the masses are the determinant of what happens today in Nigeria. Forget about factors that people will tell you that XYZ is as a result, Mr. A do this. But at the end of the day, for now, as far as our constitutions are concerned, they are still the determinant. You dare not go to be elected without having the highest number of votes. Nobody is telling you how you get it is through the masses. You know, I'm telling you the regular ways here. You know, so all those are things that we have to contend with. These are the basic realities as far as our constitutions are concerned.
Talking about election, how can women's voice be amplified in Nigeria's democratic process?
How can
women's voice?
Oh no, of course, women are the determinants of most of the election. Women and youth, and then you see. All political parties have had sympathy for women. You see that today, if, for instance, if you're going for House of Representatives, if the ordinary form for every gender is 10 naira, you see that a woman is being discounted, maybe I think 50%. So all these are effort, they are deliberate policies to encourage women participation in our democratic setting. So women have a very, very good platform to operate. Like somebody would tell you that, especially in our own settings where you hear women leaders, you dare not see a man participating. But once we hear other committees, you could still co-opt women in. So it means that you women have been given more priorities than even the men in a way. So, but of course, naturally, even though it's not a conventional statement, but many people will tell you that women weaker sex. So that means that some see that as a way that naturally subdue them, but by and large, you and I know that there are women who have stand very, very tall in their own endeavors, and then they have tried to make themselves exceptionally different in the society.
Talking about the exceptionally difference, like you just mentioned, are Nigerians too dependent on government, or they have active participants in shaping democracy?
Sorry, come again?
I said, are Nigerians too dependent on government, or they have active participants in shaping democracy?
Well, it all depends on how you as a person see it. You know, it depends on how you create your own niche for yourself that determines how everything happens. So the governments are policy makers, and then it's the people that implement such policies and then celebrate them. So it's all encompassing.
Okay, what lessons can Nigerians learn from other democracies in Africa and beyond?
Well, the lesson is let's be steadfast. Let's be serious minded. Let's be let's play the rule according to the game. So by the time we all comply to all this, we will be able to know that we're extremely doing well.
If you had to process one key reform to strengthen Nigerians' economy, what would it be?
Well, for me, as that lawmaker I am, I will encourage through federalism. Because that is where I feel that every Nigerian will have a stake. Every Nigerian will adequately be taken care of.
Finally, before I let you go, what message would you give to Nigerians about their role in building viable democracy in Nigeria?
Full participation. By the time you know you have something to offer, by the time you believe you are capable of doing something, come out and participate. You know, it's really, really funny and ridiculous when you know you have the potentials, you do not go to participate, but you are good at criticizing. We must all come in and participate. Yeah, when I mean participation does not really mean contesting elections. Yeah, but what would you speak of you who has this democratic right of voting as a Nigerian, but perhaps you have never participated in voting in the last 2 decades, and then perhaps you are of that age of voting. So it means that you yourself, you are capable of the problem of the day. So we must participate. We must do those constitutional obligations that we are saddled with.
All right. I still have few more questions to go, if it's okay.
Even when you said the last question.
Yes, I just thought about this and I felt, okay, let me still bring it and let me ask you, can democracy thrive in a country where poverty and unemployment are high?
Yes, you see, this is a very technical one. Nothing strives in poverty and hunger. But of course, which government, which system do you equally think can address this, all this you have said, other than the best democratic setting? It is when you have a very, very good democratic settings in place that all these things you have mentioned can be addressed. So you must have a very good democratic setting, a very, very functional, very, very viable one, that all these issues can be corrected. Once you don't even have a democratic setting that is very, very viable, how then do you control How do you then did you control hunger? How then do you control injustice? So technically, you must have a very good democratic setting to even address these things you have said.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Abubakar Suleiman Gomna, member representing the good people of Boso local government. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure always at any point in time. I appreciate it.
I hope you'll also be live in our studio soon.
Yes, when I'm availed that opportunity, I will do that. Thank you.
No problem, my pleasure. All right, this has been the size of the discussion between we and Abubakar Suleiman Gomna, that is a member representing the good people of Boso, where we talked about variable nation. Yeah, and he shared some of his own experience, or he also spoke from his own path. He has to be going on a short break, and when we come back, continue from there. Don't go nowhere.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem? We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back from that short break, and still on the topic of our discussion, a variable nation. Nigeria's African most populous country and one of its largest economies has traveled along a challenging road towards democracy governance since gaining independence from Britain in 1960, and the country has oscillated between a democratic and a military regime. However, with the return of civilian rule in 1999, Nigerians entered what has become its longest continuous democratic period. Now, the challenge now lies not merely in sustaining democracy, but in building a variable nation, one where governance, justice, unity, and development are not just ideals, but realities. Now we have the historical background of Nigerian democracy, which I know, yes, most of our viewers are even, they were even, should I say, present, or they are aware of the historical background of Nigerian democracy. Nigeria's political evolution can be divided into three major republics, like I earlier stated before I went on a short break, before we had our guest who spoke to us. So this continuity provides a foundation for national consolidation through the journey remains complex. We have the key core principles of democracy as well. For democracy to translate into viable nation, certain core principles must be upheld. We have the rule of law, equality before law, and respect for constitutional authorities. We have the separation of powers, the independent legislature, executive, and judiciary. Free, fair elections. Are elections still free and fair in Nigeria? I leave that question. I leave that for you to answer. Electoral integrity is vital to legitimacy, accountability, and transparency. Government officials must be answerable to people. Government officials must be answerable to people. Now, you find some of our government officials, you don't even see them talk more of being answerable to you. You kind of, if you go by what's happening now, even the freedom of speech currently is a big problem. So then how can government officials now be accountable or answerable to the people? Respect for human rights and freedoms, protecting civic space ensures citizens' participation in governance. Without these pillars, democracy becomes fragile and unresponsive to the people's need. The challenges confronting Nigerian democracy, despite her progress, Nigeria's democratic system faces multiple structural and institutional challenges. We have corruption and we have mismanagement of either resources or any other thing. Then we have the ethnic and religious divisions. Identity politics often supersedes national interest, fueling disunity, weak institutions. Political interference in the judiciary, police, and civil service reduces their effectiveness. We have electoral violence and malpractices. We have so many issues. We have the irregularities, re-elections, threatening credibility, insecurity. We have insurgency. We have banditry and communal clashes, which weakens governance and erodes the citizens' faith in democracy, economy, equality, widespread poverty and unemployment. They also make democracy appear irrelevant to ordinary Nigerians. Yes, and this has been the size of our discussion. I want to please talk to every one of us that no matter what is happening, don't allow anything bring a disunity, religious issue. You are a Christian, you are a Muslim. We are one, unity. It's when we come together, we'll be able to stand on our feet. But we can't stand on our feet when you are going this way and I'm going this way, because of religious issue. Democracy from 1999 till date, you know that, yes, Nigerian, we are one, building a viable and democratic nation. To build a viable nation through democracy, Nigeria must move beyond procedural democracy, that is election, towards a substantive democracy, one that delivers development and the key and justice. That is a key strategies, which includes strengthening democratic institutions, independent and well-resourced institutions like INEC, that is the National Electoral Commission, and then the EFCC, the judiciary, and the legislature are essential for credible governance, promoting civic education and political awareness. A politically conscious citizenry can hold the leaders accountable and resist the manipulations, institutionalization, good governance, transparency, accountability. I keep mentioning transparency and accountability because I know, yeah, we need these two to work. Transparency and accountability, participatory decision-making should become norm, not the exception. Enduring electoral reforms. We have the technology-driven elections, voter education, and the prosecution of electoral offenders can restore confidence in ballots. The economy empowerment. A viable nation requires a productive economy that reduces inequality, provides jobs, and enhances citizens' welfare. national integrity and inclusion. Policies that promote unity, interethnic dialogue, and equitable representation are vital for national cohesion. Youth and women participation, harnessing the energy and innovation of Nigerians' youth and women is essential for sustainable democracy. You look at the rule of leadership. Leadership is the cornerstone of democratic viability. Nigeria needs visionary leaders committed to service, not self-enrichment. Transformational leadership which prioritizes integrity, competence, and patriotism is crucial for translating democratic principle into tangible development. The role of citizens and civil society also. Democracy thrives when citizens are active participants, not passive observers. Civil society organizations, the media, and grassroots movements play critical roles in promoting transparency, civic engagement, and social justice. The strength of Nigerians' democracy ultimately depends on the collective responsibility of its people. Yes, my name is Sadia Yakubu Yahya, and this is how far we can go for this week's edition of Global Morning on Global Television. My name is Sadia Yakubu Yahya, saying stay out of trouble. Do well by getting some of the dailies we spoke about earlier so that you get more information, as information is power. Don't forget to always live in peace with one another. Be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper. And then we talked about women's role in the society. Please support a woman today. Learn to support a woman today. Now, I know so many people will be like, you're talking like this because you are a woman. No, women go through a lot. Like we are mentally stressed. So please, daddies in the house, take care of our mommies, our women in the society. Do not deprive any girl child her right to education or her right to hustle or struggle to bring in something or to be helpful to herself or giving back to her society. Always give a woman that right to work hard, to go to school, then take it down to the grassroots level, go down, because we know, yes, we have poverty as a big challenge already. We have poverty, we have insecurity, so we need to do more. We need to educate more. Yes, thank you very much for staying tuned. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms, Facebook, the Instagram, TikTok, using our Global TV NG. Bye for now.